Hi, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Jackie.
And I'm my husband, Glenn.
He's my husband, Glenn.
Hey, before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. Today, we're talking about Married at First Sight. We're almost at decision day, and this season can't be over quick enough.
It's pitiful. At this point, it's ridiculous.
At this point, it's bad. We're just making stuff up. Married at First Sight should be ashamed of themselves. The picking of these couples should be, it was terrible. It is not, it's bad. The way that they chose these couples.
I think they picked them good. It's just like stuff you can't account for. Like, people interview well. You can't account for that. You can't account for the fact that I won't be attracted to you and I won't say why and I'll make up some bull crap. You can't account for the fact that he's a slow mover when it comes to the bedroom, and she got to feel wanted. Like just
can't count for heart murmurs or not. What was that heart situation?
Yeah, atrial flutter. These people do, but I feel like what you can account for is jokers that, like, are you going to get going when the going gets tough? I feel like you can account for that. What do you do? What do you do if you don't really like your partner's look? What do you do? Well, anyway, let's get into it.
But you don't think those are the questions they have on this?
They must interview well, and they must be lying. They lying like a daggone rug.
Because
I would be like, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I meet somebody married at first sight. Their personality rub me the wrong way. We're gonna have a problem.
But that's the question I would think you ask, like, hey, what do you do when you have frustrations, or when you don't get your way, or when you think your relationship is not going the way that you want to go? How do you handle it? Like, somebody would tell me, I bail, I leave, I go bye-bye, whatever the case may be. Let me know ahead of time so you don't pick some of these people. Like, are you scared of the cameras? Like, that to me would be a question. Like, how many people we talked about, like Brennan, and we're going to talk about Austin later, like they don't want to be seen a certain way on camera. Like, you signed up for this, but you know. But
we're gonna get into it because to me, theirs is really long, so I don't want to really start with. Let's who we gonna start with? It's so intertwined. Let's start with Michael and Chloe. Because theirs pretty cut and dry.
It's cut, but
you know what? It's pretty cut and dry. What I'm saying is they really didn't have no issues. They have a visit from Dr. Pia, and Michael says, he's looking forward to it. Having a intimacy conversation with Dr. Pia, and where they can go from there. And it's like, okay, Dr. Pia comes. How have y'all been doing? Are you still presenting your best selves? And Chloe's like, we haven't really had the luxury of just putting no one and having our representative. Mm-hmm. She was like, because we've been doing the deep conversations, we've been doing the hard topics. She said, we've gotten deeper than I have in some of relationships that I've been in for a while, more serious relationships, because we have a limited time. So we really, getting into it. And what Michael said is no, but he says, we are still in a space where we're trying to be our best self. And he said, but his thing was the part where he said I wasn't like being my best self is, we do a lot of filming, and so in between filming, I might go and take a nap. And I was like, bruh, that's not being your best self.
Bruh, tired.
It's okay. I guess he was like, I'm not being my best self, bringing the energy, whatever. It's okay.
But he's bringing
this ain't for every. Right.
He's bringing energy 12, 13 days, 12, 13 hours of filming is tough.
And so, you talk about the fact that they haven't had any problems connecting with each other. Mm-hmm. And Dr. P said I had a chance to visit both of your homes before, and I got to, get a glimpse of you, and they show a clip of her and Chloe, like going through her drawers, and of course she had, but matter of fact, her toy wasn't in the drawer, it was under her pillow. For easy access. Is what she told Dr. P.
Because she's a perfectionist who lived by herself a long time, and she has sexual desires and needs, and she wanted to meet her sexual desires and needs on a regular basis. Because she mentioned that one of the episodes, or either might have been the after party, that she hadn't been with any relationship with anybody for a while, but that wasn't an issue for her.
Right. And so Dr. P was like, how's that been going? And Chloe was like, the one thing she asked is that she wanted to, what did they discussed is, since we're both sexual people, we want to build emotional connection first. And he was like, yeah, we want to do that first. But don't, quiet as kept. They was like, we are affectionate, we are touchy-feely. And they show a clip of them. And I was like,
they're putting hands on each other's pants.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. No, I was like,
they willing to let the people. Was that a film camera or that was like an overhead camera?
That's the just in the
apartment
camera.
Apartment camera, yeah.
Yeah.
They forgot.
Nah, I don't know if they forgot or they just didn't care, but
I think they probably did. They did a little bit.
It was getting done.
A little bit of both.
It was getting done, and so so it's rapidly moving forward. And
if you don't know what we're talking about, they had their hand down each other's pants and they were motioning, touching each other, touchy-feely.
Palpating the equipment is what they was doing.
Palpating the equipment.
And so Chloe was like, we getting there. You know what comes next? Boom, chicka, bow, wow. And Dr. P is like, what that means? She's like, stop playing, Dr. P. You know what that means? That means GTD, getting the draw.
Getting the draw.
But like I said, they do want to build an emotional connection, but they're definitely there. Are y'all comfortable being naked around each other? Most definitely. Chloe's like, I don't sleep with clothes on.
She sleep naked.
I sleep naked, so I hope he used to it. I hope he all right.
He said that on the after. She said that on the after party that she's sleeping naked because they talked about her doing the honeymoon, what she had on. She like the honeymoon. She's like, that was more clothes I ever wear.
She had the robe on.
The robe at one point. She's like, I usually just sleep naked, bruh. She's sleeping naked. They still haven't gotten it in, and they be cuddling because she said she'll cuddle. So I cuddle with you naked every night.
That's what she said. They're getting close. They're resisting the urge because they're trying to build an emotional connection. But they obviously, they probably do be.
If she's sleeping naked. She's sleeping. Yeah, if she's sleeping naked, then he should be sleeping naked.
I don't know, but Dr. P was like, she was like, have y'all masturbated with each other yet? I was like, what if everybody don't do that?
What if I don't do that?
What if, but
why?
It should have been more, how y'all touched each other.
We'll test that on a Sunday panel.
And so she encourages them to go to the sex store, get 3 items that interest you. And he's like, oh, this is going to be new for me. I never really been to, I'm not. And Chloe was like, don't worry, I got you. I was like, dang.
She's professional. They know her name at the store.
Apparently.
Where everybody knows her name.
Apparently. And so they go to the store and, they're checking out stuff. And Michael's like, okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10 scale, he said, I'm about a 6.3. And, but he said his natural tendency is to be more vanilla in bed. But, he was like, if you want to go there, I can go there. I'm a roll with you. He said, I'm all for trying new things.
He's willing to let her lead. Basic Caucasian.
I really wouldn't. I didn't get.
You didn't get him being vanilla.
No. Because he's so outlandish and everything else. I feel like you would be outlandish when it comes to that, but
not the case.
He said he's vanilla. She, as they're going through the store, she is like cracking up at him exploring and stuff and touch stuff like, oh, you never seen that before? Oh, you don't know what to do with that? And I'm gonna just say, listen,
she's a
the daggone clerk in the store had me weak. Had me weak. And then was like, oh yeah, let me show you this. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The clerk getting ready to show you, they about to show you everything in here.
Everything.
And then it was the scrub. It was like, it's an edible scrub. And, no, he said, do you have a maple bar flavor? That's like maple bar. That's very specific. He was like, I feel like if I was a donut, I would be a maple bar. No. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I feel like no. No. But anyway, and so then he tries his latex glove on and he gets it stuck and his hand is like this.
No, it was a latex sleeve. It wasn't a glove. It was a sleeve.
No, they called it a glove, but it was like a long.
I thought it was like a body.
No. It was supposed to be a glove, like it was with the fingers out. I guess it's so you don't get stuff on the palm of your hand, but you can use your fingers. I don't know. I don't know. You go. I don't know. But anyway, and so she was like, "Well, I'm here. I'm looking for another vibrator, a toy, or whatever." And so anyway, they end up getting a toy from Michael, and they got a small and a big version. I think he got the big boy joint, or else the clerk showed him the big boy joint.
The clerk showed him big boy. He got the small one. He got the small size.
And it was like it's a male. You said what you said? It was a male masturbating
thing. I looked
vibrator
it up,
thing.
I had to find it. I'm be honest with you. I didn't know what it was. I looked it up. They showed the box. I look. I don't even know what this is. Let's find out what it does, what it is. Not for me, but I just need to know why she was buying it for him. Because I'm sitting here like, yo, why buy a machine and you're there? But that's
very excited with like
the headphones.
Get home, but she was very excited. I'm excited to see him try it. She was like, it take 5 minutes to charge. Oh, what's the headphones for? And she said it. She was like, okay, so the headphones is the thing makes noise,
moaning sounds. It makes moaning sounds. In other words, you have to put headphones in.
Call me vanilla when it comes to that. That's just too much. That's just too much.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
That's just too much. But she was excited. She was excited to have him try that out, and so she wanted to get it started. You know, she rolled over with him, and we got a few minutes, and so that's what they did.
She helped him out.
That's what they did.
Well, if she helped him out, why do you need the machine?
So anyway, that's Chloe and Michael. That's Chloe and Michael.
Yeah.
Let's go to what we doing. Becca and Austin.
Let's go to Becca and Austin. Because
Emily and Brennan was just.
Let's Claire and Canon.
It's not.
It's not much.
The only thing I have with Claire is associated with Emily.
So we can't do that yet. So let's go to Becca and Austin.
All right. So we see them go pottery making.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's gonna be a good time. It looks like it's gonna be fun, and it quickly
took a turn.
Disintegrates.
Took a turn.
They didn't even start making anything. I don't know if they even ever did. I was just like, oh my gosh, here she goes. And after I have a conversation, I'm not sure if you even like me off camera, and I'm not sure I actually know who you are. Like, we have good conversations on camera, but I think he's so exhausted off camera that, he's
tired.
We don't have any conversations, and, I trust him that he does like me. And, for her, it's like, but I also feel like, I believe what people do, not what they say. So I'm confused because you're saying you like me, but you're not showing like you like me, especially not off camera. And he was like, look, I do like you. And I do like you in that type of way. It's just, I'm sorry, I'm not showing it like you want. And like he says, from my conversation with Pastor Cal, you just got to trust the little things and know that shows that I like you, whatever. And it's like, we might disagree, and you might not like the way I present some things when we have conversations, but I don't present it in a combative way. So because she said before that he was combative.
Before we get there, the word combative, I've heard the word combative more this year. Well, in the last year, into this year, have I ever heard in my life. Like, every reality TV show that we cover has used the word combative, right? Has talked about people being combative in relationship, have talked about people being. It's not combative. Sometimes it's dismissive. Sometimes it is argumentative. Sometimes it is combative. To me, I think about fighting, right?
Listen, the definition is...
Oh, you went to Webster?
You doggone right.
Well, tell me what Webster says.
It's that combative is ready or eager to fight. Pugnacious. Let's get another definition. Let's get another definition.
Go ahead. I know you like definitions.
It's marked by eagerness to fight or contend. Okay?
He's not.
He don't want to fight you. He's not combative.
If anything, she's been more combative than him. If we want to talk about it, she's been combative about the fact that, if we using that word correctly, about the fact that he ain't sleeping with her.
he says, look, this is the thing. You talked to me about the guys that you dated. You said they was pushovers and that you didn't really care for that. But at the same time, I feel like you keep trying to make me passive. Like you want to say something. I can't say nothing back. If I say something back, then I'm being combative. I'm being dismissive. No, I'm not being dismissive, but I'm just telling you how I feel. Okay, that's the way you feel, but let me tell you how I feel. And he was like, basically, I don't like that you say that about me. I've never had anybody call me that.
Yeah. Everybody said he's a nice guy.
I'm getting nice from him too.
His friends, when she talked to family members at the beginning, they're like, he's a nice guy. He's a good dude. He's pleasurable. He's nice. He's not that type of guy. So the person
I would call combative is the last person we're gonna talk about. To me, Brennan is combative. Okay.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'm getting a little bit of combative from Becca. Why is everything, bro?
Everything is a fight. Everything is a struggle. She makes everything. If it's not a fight or if it's not a struggle, it's bad. It's almost like, well, you haven't watched the show, but it's almost like kind of like Love Is Blind with Chelsea, where she always has something to say. There's always a negative connotation. There's always something negative that's going on. It can never just be positive, right? It can never just be, and I'm not Brennan here. It can never just be, okay, let's find out the real you. Let things move over. Let things work it out. Can we have a discussion without it coming to this? I told you how I felt. I discussed how I felt, so let it be what it is.
And you just keep bringing it up. Bro, I feel you, Austin. You keep bringing it up. Like, you pissing me off now.
Yeah, don't keep bringing it up.
Why we gotta talk about? I haven't even put my clay on the spinner.
I'm spinning. This is look. We know
God, dog.
When you making pottery, right? From all the scenes with what's that movie?
Ghost,
and all this. This is supposed to be a loving moment, right? This is supposed to be a moment where you get behind her and y'all making the clay together. It's supposed to be something that's sensual and sexual. Not the case here.
And it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Like, he was like, I feel like you don't want me to think for myself. She was like, no, I want you to think for myself. But when I tell you what I think, then you like, we shouldn't act like that. Shouldn't feel like that. You should. It's bad.
It is. Again, you want me to hear your feelings, but you don't want me to share mine. And when you don't allow me to share mine, it becomes an issue. Like, dang, I'll let you share yours without any objection, without any judgment. But when I share mine, I'm wrong. Or when I share mine, mines are not validated. And that's the problem that they're having.
But then then she says, I'm cold. So I'm going to go put your coat on because it's fleece lining to keep me warm. He was like, just wash your hands first. Don't get it dirty. No, he says, oh, sure. Get mine dirty. It's fine.
See, that being sarcastic. See, he got to realize you got to pick and choose. You have to
at least wash your hands. She quickly put his back and put hers on. But not just that. I get that. No.
Women do that.
No, listen. Right. Okay, but I'm saying in this space, I'm not going off the deep end because he says, oh, yeah, that's fine. Get mine dirty.
He made you're already in a heated situation.
I know. Look, why did he say that?
You're already in a heated situation. He makes a comment that she doesn't like because she's already feeling some type of way. So guess what she does? Jordan, most women do. So since you made a comment, I'll show you. I just put it back and get mine. And now he's thinking like, hey.
But that's fine.
He meant the sarcastic. He meant the comment to be sarcastic.
Yes, he did. And
because he's feeling something.
But I would and I would take it as such. And I'd be like, don't worry about it. I'm going to get my own coat. And that would be it. No. She gets her coat. What you said was hurtful. I feel like because you would want your wife to be warm. And you just thinking about yourself. I'm not doing all that. I'd be like, word, you don't want me to use your coat? No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna use my coat. Can I get my clay so we can do this? Yeah.
It is. Yeah. This is much deeper. She expresses her feel at this point. She plays the victim role. I'm gonna say it. Nobody else gonna say it. She takes the victim role because now this is called manipulation. This is female manipulation.
Oh, sure. He says, sure, just go ahead and make me look like a butt.
Yep. She's trying to manipulate the situation.
Because I asked you to wash your hands. I didn't say you couldn't use it. I was like, wash your hands. You just thinking about yourself.
She wanted him to say, sure, you can put my coat on. Done deal. Don't say nothing else. Or she wanted him to go and get the coat for her and put it on. Done deal. Say nothing else. But he was already in his feelings. She was in her feelings. And so with that little jab at the end, the little comment at the end, took her overboard, and then the manipulation kicked in.
Yeah, and so then they showed them having a what I was gonna say is what he should have said was, yeah, you can wear my coat. Just can you just wash your hands first? Because we mess with
tone, pitch, and voice. We say it all the time. It's tone, pitch, and voice.
But like you said, in that moment, I get what you like. You said he felt all of that. He said that with his chest. Get my coat dirty.
He said it with his chest, but again, tone, pitch, and voice. You can say a lot of things certain ways, but if you do it in the correct tone, pitch, and voice, there's no repercussions from it.
Mm-hmm. So they show a clip of them like they're talking later in the night again. The cameras in the apartment.
They be forgetting that camera there.
Oh, and so they have a whole conversation about the words that you use about me on camera. Is I don't like that you portray me like that. She was like, oh, so you care about the optics more than you care about me.
Not what he said.
No, I just why you like. Why pick those words? Like you can say it, but I'm not combative. I may be, and he may be a little dismissive. He may be a little bit, but at the same time, he probably dismissive because I'm tired of hearing this conversation. Like, okay,
I'm tired.
All right, okay.
I'm tired to hear this.
And he was like, when I have an opinion and it's not the same as yours, it's like there's a problem. Like, am I being combative right now during this convo?
Yeah.
And I was like, he is absolutely not being combative. He could be going. He could be going on such.
But I read body.
He could be standing up.
Look, you got to go back to the scene. I read body language, and I should have clipped it and put it in here. He gets up, and he tried to go move. I think he tried to go move over there by her, and he does end up. He end up sitting across from her, right?
I can't.
Yeah, he ended up sitting across her next to her, so he can have a conversation to let her know. Look, I'm not confrontational because he was sitting in one chair behind, and he got up and moved closer to her, like. I want you to know that I'm having this conversation with you, and let's have a conversation. I'm not mad at you. I'm just sharing my opinion and feelings about this. So let's move a little bit closer to see how things can work out and how can we get this thing together. I'm mixing two shows. I watched a lot of shows this week. It was Love Is Blind was the other one where they had a conversation. Chelsea moved to the other side of the room with Jimmy, but again the same concept that here he did move closer and start making eye contact with Becca. Like, hey. I don't want this to be
his thing was, have I ever said anything on camera that make you look bad? No. And all he's saying is, I just want the same respect. You can say what you want to say. I'm not saying, but why just certain words like we had this conversation on the what were we talking about? Oh, that was Ready to Love. Called Black women aggressive. Yeah. And like you just can't do that. You can't.
There's certain terms on television you can't use. Yeah. You shouldn't use to describe a person. Combative, aggressive, mean, nasty. Just especially. I'm gonna put it. Okay, when you're talking about men towards women, there's definitely a lot of the terms that you don't want to use. Right? Abusive, combative, neglecting. Those type things. Because at the end of the day,
especially just based on because some of the stuff that people is your opinion. I was like combative. Like I would never call that man combative because
that's not combative.
Because you have a disagreement. Yeah. That's not. It ain't even necessarily argumentative. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so she goes to she gets up to go to the bathroom, and in the midst of the conversation, and so then the next thing we see him talking to his friend Derek, and then we see her talking to her friend Lindsay. And they talk about, the whole conversation, like how she's portraying me and, why would you do it like that? We were, really getting along really good up until this point. And, their compatibility has been off in the last few weeks,
it is sexual tension that she's not getting is making everything go. I'm just being honest. It's just the lack of her getting the sex that she needs and the emotional feeling that she needs from him is making everything worse. It's making that it's a sore spot. It's like hitting a sore spot, and every time you hit it, it's gonna.
Yeah, he was like, I really want to make it work, but like, what's the limit on what I take? Do I just roll over? And in the meantime, her friend Lindsay is telling her like, you want to feel pursued and desired. And, I haven't seen that from him. And if it was me going through it, I know what you would tell me. And, then Becca's like, I don't want to be hard on him or make him feel bad or make him look like a bad person. But I've held this long enough. I have to speak up and say, and that's fine. Again, you can speak up. But some words, you just got to pick your words. Pick your words wisely. And so then later we see them, we see Becca talking. And she says, Austin came in the apartment and he grabbed his stuff and he left. And she was like, I'm hurt and I'm upset and I'm trying to sort through actions and reality. And we were in a good place before she went to talk to her friend Lindsay, before they had a conversation with their friends. And it was like really abrupt for him to just come in the apartment and get his stuff. And because she noticed when they came back, something had changed. But something had changed was he talked to his friend Derek, and his friend Derek was like, stand up for yourself, bro.
Nobody wants to be in a place, again, that they're being nagged, that Bible says, no man rather live on a rooftop, right? And so, again, when you live in a house with somebody, guys, nobody wants to be nagged, constantly picked on, constantly pressured to do all kind of stuff. I'm not agreeing to the leaving aspect. Now, he was going to leave that day anyway. I want to clarify. It was the day before decision day. He was going to leave anyway. Somebody was going to. That's a good point. There's a point there.
But I'm glad you said it, because when Brennan said later decision day was the next day, I was thinking, oh, they making their own decision day. But from the preview, it's like, no. It's time for their decision.
Time for the decision day. So he was going to leave anyway. But the way he came in and did it seemed as if he came in while she wasn't there, and got his stuff and rolled out, and then said, "By the way, I'm gone." Like, it wasn't we're going to split. You know how they usually normally do the decision day, leave. Oh, I'll see you later. Well, it was none of that. Like, he grabbed his stuff and was like, peace, deuces, right? Threw up the deuce sign on the way out the door. No, he didn't put up his head.
Yeah, she's and it's making her question how he acted was just for the optics all along. And he didn't think about us, but he's just thinking about himself. So there's a lack of trust there. And if he trusted her, he would know she's not dragging him. And I don't know you. I don't know you. I know. And I think it wasn't even them that they had that conversation. They had that conversation with Emily and Brennan about there being a lack of trust. But it's all throughout all these couples. I don't really see it that much with Chloe and Michael. And I don't even want to say just yet. But for all the couples, it's a lack of trust and understanding and really trying to get to know each other. Like, gosh, y'all not cut for this. But anyway.
Yeah. She's sitting there boohoo crying. Like, I mean... Like, she hasn't made a decision. My one couple that I thought that could make it, right? The one couple I thought could make it. I have no faith in her right now.
But she's self-sabotaging. Like,
I have no faith.
And I'm gonna get to that too. It's something that she said to the girls that I was like, what? But she's self-sabotaging. Like, you two. I'm not saying that you don't speak up for yourself and your feelings or whatever, but bro, stop. It's just
grinding,
hammering that thing home every chance you get. Leave that man alone. I could tell from Austin from the beginning, he's not
the
for you to call him combative, like he's not confrontational at all. And so the more you confront him and stuff, the more he's gonna withdraw. You ain't seen that yet, sis? Come on. Yeah. Good Lord. Okay, so last but not least, the hugest, the worstest. It gets. I thought it was worse, but it got worser.
I hate that.
I thought it couldn't get worse, but it got worser.
Don't do that. I hate that. Boy.
But that's a TikTok sound. It got worser.
It got worser.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Emily and Brennan, and so she talks about how she's been happy about. She's sitting talking to Claire. She's happy about where they are since the accident, like he's really showed up or whatever. And we talked about this on our panel. Like, bro, I know you have to be the worst human being ever to not help somebody out. They got their head almost bust open.
They hit down to the white meat.
To the white meat. And so Emily was like, so I wanted to do something nice. I set up a dinner for us at a steakhouse, and talking to Claire, it's like cheers to, us getting it together, whatever, we're in a better place.
Our reset. Our reset is better. We're at a better place now.
She said, I've seen some amazing parts of, I've seen some, let me go back. This is right here. And so she, she's telling Claire about this date she's got set up for them or whatever. And Claire is sharing some things that's going on with her and Cameron. And, she had an unexpected meetup with Cameron. And Emily's like, well, I feel like you're always checking up on him. Does he check up on you? And no, you don't. Nope, not really.
I don't get a phone call. I don't get a text message. I don't get a pigeon. I don't get an email. I get nothing.
Yeah, and they talk about the fact that,
nothing.
He's like, glad that she's doing good, though, she's in the apartment or whatever. And Emily's like, he probably feels lonely because he's not there. But he said to her, I know you probably feel lonely because I'm not there. But she's just been taking the time and working on herself, and he's doing well. And he said to her, I know you're going to be emotional on decision day, but just even though the day comes, just know we've already made our decision. Have you? We've already made our decision, and just stick with it. But no, from the preview and then some other things, I'm like, anyway.
Well, again, go back to what Cameron said last week. He said, if she says yes on decision day, he'll be apt to say yes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So what are you saying that you made your decision? Our decision won't change your decision. They've already made a decision.
If these two people say yes, if both of these people say yes on this show,
he's having regrets. If
this couple says yes, right? And I know he said, hey, he having regrets and all that other stuff. It is definitely for the money.
And I said that on purpose.
Yeah,
it's a commercial where the guy gets no regrets and then spell regrets wrong, no regrets. So he's having regrets. He's having second thoughts. You can see that from the preview. And I believe she is too. But anyway, we'll see. And
why?
Claire was like, I came into this expecting for it to be long term. And Emily was like, right, wasn't that the intent?
Mm-hmm.
And Claire was like, I'm just sad it didn't end up that way. And Emily was like, if I was in your position and, going through the accident without Brennan, which is so funny that she would say this because what he says later.
Yeah.
If I was going through this accident without Brennan, like, I don't know what I would do because, he's really helped me out. And so she said she set up the dinner so they could just talk lightly, about where they are now and where to go. Okay, so let me fast forward. So they go to dinner. And she's like, I've seen some amazing parts of you since the accident. Like, I wish I had seen this before. And he was like, yeah, the accident definitely brought us together. Then he says this. And I was like, what? He said, I feel like it was a big disconnect for weeks about what a friendship was versus a relationship. And this is when Emily starts to go.
She's still thinking.
What is he getting ready to say?
She's still thinking in a relationship. And dude's like, yo, I was going to put you in a friend zone a long time ago.
And he was like, I feel like that was getting blurred and expectations were very high. And after the accident, it's been different. And her, she said, I'm pretty sure that we had established this was friendship. Maybe in your head, you had communicated, you thought something different, but you didn't say it. And he was like, I felt like my actions were communicating that, but I guess, I should have said something sooner. She was like, you talked about how your exes that they expected you to be a mind reader or them to read your mind. And like,
I'm not doing that.
I can't read your mind. If you have a certain way that you expect the friendship to go, then you should have spelled that out and told me. And then why the frick is we talking about friendship with this married at first sight, not married at friend's sight?
That right there, the whole time he talked about friendship this whole season. I understand you want the spouse that you have to be friends with you. We're friends, right?
Most of the time. Not just playing.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, I'm not for real. In the marriage, you've been married for a while. We'll talk about that one day on a podcast. You can be, that's a whole different. You can be married and not like each other for a moment. But that's the whole thing. But we're friends, and so you can have a friendship, but your friendship when you're married should go much beyond a friendship situation. They had 8 weeks to enhance or to grow past friendship.
He was not trying.
To me, no, he did try. He tried
not to get past friendship.
Up until the honeymoon. Yes, up until the honeymoon, he was happy to be married. Up until she checked him about the what was it, the basketball game or his competitiveness, he was fine. Up until he saw her sloppy drunk, he was fine.
But that's not what he says.
That's not what he says.
Forward, yeah, that's
not what he says. But those are the moments that, in my mind,
yeah,
that changed his friendship.
Absolutely.
Changed him from being a husband to just being a friend.
Yeah, and
he didn't like to see her in those moments.
He said, you know, I feel like I did say that, and I was still trying. She said, well, if you believe that, that's not what I was getting. I don't get that you was trying it all. Maybe he was trying to be my friend, but I don't even really feel like he was trying to be my friend, because, and he was like, so you just gonna continue to say all of my efforts, you know, are not being acknowledged? And she was like, look, I wouldn't have stayed if I didn't think there was room for growth.
Mm-hmm.
Only to find out it was like you wasn't trying to do it at all. He said, so was it you staying or you convinced me to stay? She was like, I definitely was convincing you to stay.
Yep.
If anyone should have decided not to stay,
it was me.
It should have been me.
Hey, well.
And I didn't think it was fair for you. This is what she said. I didn't want you to take my choice away from me. I was going to make the choice myself. You like, no, you finna stay in this.
I was like, my girl, Emily, the true Emily showed up. The Emily who has like a voice that has
cojones.
Some right. Well, she don't have cojones.
No, I mean she's getting.
I know she's getting. It's
figurative. No, she don't have them, but she's getting some cojones.
Oh, they dropped her, and they would say her testicles would drop. Right? She was in there like, you know what? I'm gonna give you my thoughts in my mind. You're not gonna talk to me like that. I'm not gonna be your fool. I'm not gonna do none of this. I'm gonna let you have it, and I'm gonna share it with you right now.
Mm-hmm. Right and now. He was like, okay, but I stayed because I put you before me. And she was like, you know, if you didn't, we couldn't have been friends. He said, if I didn't have you listen part, if I hadn't listened to you and stuck in with it, then you would have almost died.
You'd almost died.
She was like, what? What?
Tell her how you really feel, son.
What are you talking? And mind you, she just told Claire, I'm glad I had Brennan after going through this accident. And he basically said, if you hadn't asked me to stay, we wouldn't have been out there riding ATVs, and then you would have got your head bust.
You would have got your head bust.
She's like, oh, you put so all of this is on the accident is on me. So if I had just let you walk out, but mind you, you the one that kept saying divorce is not an option. I really didn't make you stay. You stayed because you kept saying divorce wasn't an option, and then
he stayed because he don't look bad on TV.
Exactly, but it's about to get worse. And he said, you know, we would not have been out there like, okay, so was it worth it? To almost lose you, sticking it out. And she was like, how you put them two things together? Like, how did you do that? And, you know, in the midst of them having this conversation, like the food comes out, and he was like, I just want to eat this steak. I just want to eat, you know, and she was like, it hurts her feelings that he doesn't want to discuss. He was like, I just want 5 minutes to eat this steak. And so they sitting there eating the steak, and like she can't take it. He's sitting there eating, and you know how you be eating and you thinking about what's happening.
Your food don't even taste right.
No, but in your head, you like, I can't believe this bull crap. He's eating and he's shaking his head like, I can't believe this. I can't believe. And so, you know, she was like, you know, I would love for you to speak on you not giving your all, although I know you disagree, but I have. He says, in the real world, you would go on a date like once a week for a few months to get to know somebody. We've been 24/7. I feel like I've seen every side of you, and I could see a few red flags. Then she's like, oh, really?
Look.
Oh, really?
this is what's funny to me. Because you're not 24/7, because dude been living in his apartment. Like he been going.
They was 24/7 for the honeymoon. He came home and went to his place.
Yeah, they've been in and out. They've been in and out.
A week of 24/7? You feel like you seen every side of me? You ain't seen nothing yet.
He saw the side he didn't like. He saw the drinking side. He saw the side with her tracks with the tracks being out. He saw all that stuff.
And he was like, okay, what was the red flags? What, there's no romantic chemistry wasn't there. I've seen a lot of negativity from you. You always saying, I hate this, I hate that. And, how you destroyed Michael and Chloe's vows. You ripped them to shreds. And a deal breaker for me was, I just really want a really positive person. She's like, so saying I hate something is being negative, and I'm a positive person. I'm never. Right. Here we go again. It's like Becca and Austin. You saying stuff to me I ain't never in my life heard. And we talking about somebody whose dad pushed her when it comes to soccer. And I've never had anybody tell me I'm a negative person. Like,
I'm a good teammate.
You trying to say that using the word hate all the time is not negative. She was like, bro, I didn't know using the word hate was a problem. Did you say that to me? You never even said that. Like, I feel like you grasping at straws right now. You just making stuff up. But
he wanted her to be pleasing. Again, it was a mold that he wanted in his mind, his girl to be. And she's not it. She doesn't fit that. And I think what she said at Chloe and Michael's wedding to their vows were basic. I don't think that was mean.
It wasn't.
I think that's just a conversation. Now, should she have said it in front of everybody? Probably not. That's probably a conversation me and you would have had on the way home. Or we had it at the dinner table. But it wasn't bad.
But she said it in the present in there because we was all there for it. And then she probably felt like I don't think they was having a conversation. I don't feel like she felt like she could have a conversation with him. But in the midst of it, she's like, you know what? No. She gets up, walks away, and walks out and goes to the bathroom. Okay, my only problem that I had with her in the bathroom.
Sitting on the floor. I know.
I see you sitting on the floor in a public bathroom.
Nasty. We're talking to the producer, and the producer said, producers. I think sometimes these producers have so much invested
but
in
it's because they be around. Like that's their producer.
I know that's their producer.
So they're around them all the time. And so they act like they're invested. And she's like, she has to produce. You think I'm overreacting? Producer's like, no. Like I was really shocked that I wouldn't. I'm just a producer. I haven't even grown up with you, been around. I wouldn't describe you as that.
No.
And it's like I feel like he doesn't know who I am. I'm in disbelief that he said that. How's he gonna let all these red flags go? Because now she sees that I never had a real shot. I thought like he gave me the impression
that a chance.
Or I had hope. Again, the proof that she's a positive person. She had hope that they could turn it around and work it out. A negative person off the rip would have been like, you know what?
She'd been like Alyssa, deuces.
Yeah.
She kept giving him the benefit of the doubt. She gave him the benefit of the doubt after she hit her head. Matter of fact, she gave him the benefit of the doubt before she even hit her head.
Mm-hmm.
She was giving him the benefit of the doubt when they went to the retreat. She's like, no, are we gonna sleep in the same room? And he like, no, we're sleeping in 2 hours. We don't sleep. We sleep in separate places. She always gave him the benefit of the doubt when people was telling her that he was foolish, that he shouldn't be together. Benefit of the doubt. So again, you got to have the benefit of the doubt. She gave it to him.
It's bad. And so he was like, it's hard for me to say these type of things because I don't want to hurt her. And no, what you don't understand is it hurts worse when you come out with this bull crap after the fact. If you say it straight up, like, I don't have a problem. That's how you feel. That's your opinion. But you grasping at straws right now, bruh. And she was like, but you never said, you didn't even give me a chance to fix anything. You just held on to it that this is what I don't like. And how am I going to change if I don't know you have a problem with it? You don't want me to change because you want that to be the reason why you can leave. That's why you don't say nothing.
Which is why he never opened up to Dr. Pia. He never opened up to Pastor Cal. He's never opened up to Dr. Pepper. He never shared or expressed his feelings about what was going on or about any situation, so she could change her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Now he might have said something about the drinking, and I didn't seem like she was too much of a slush after that though.
And so then we see Emily meet up with Claire, and she talks to her about what happened at the dinner. And Claire is like, you know, y'all been through a lot, and I've tried to protect you as best I could, but it's just some things you need to know.
Why you want to? Claire's the voice of reason. Do you protect? Stop snitching.
I don't think that's. No, I completely agree with Claire.
Don't try to protect me. Tell me ahead of time. And when Claire was trying to help her, if she's trying to help her, once she found out this situation, found out this information, because we know she got it from Cameron, right? Cameron snitching, and so she got the information from Cameron. She should have went to a girl. Hey, by the way, let me tell you something.
But I think what she was saying is it was hard for her because she felt like Emily was starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. And like, I don't want to dim your light, but
you just gonna hang on to it though.
You know,
you gonna let your friend look like a fool.
No.
That's what's gonna happen. Let's use the example. If they started working out and things got much better, you know that he was getting ready to go out, or he was asking about going on double dates, and they're in a better.
I haven't even said that's what you said yet, but thanks.
Well, they're in a better.
I'm just playing.
They're in a better place,
right?
And they get in a better place, and then a year later, 6 months later, after the decision day, you spill the beans. I will feel like a fool because you knew the information.
After decision day, if we're working out, it doesn't even matter. I could say, well, it doesn't matter because that is what it is. I understand in that space he felt like he felt, but we're not even that far. I get where Claire's coming from. Like, I don't really want to hurt your feelings, but because she knows she's getting beat down already, like, I don't want to add to that. And in this moment, she was like, now that you're actually seeing him for who he is, I feel better about saying this because, you know, he's a butt. And so she said, you know, I don't feel like Brennan's giving you the same respect that you're giving him. And Claire was like, you know, I heard through the grapevine. Ain't no grapevine.
Cameron, your boy snitching. Brennan, your boy snitching. He tried to get. But
she might have heard it from somebody else too, because he's
trying to get his girl back.
Maybe he said something to Austin, and Austin said something. You never know. It might be more than one person, but it's definitely Cameron. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I heard through the grapevine that Brennan has wanted to go on double dates with Cameron. And at this point, both of them are crying. Claire's crying for telling that Emily's like, oh my God, she's such a... And she was like, he's not a good guy. Duh. And, you know, I'm upset that you thought that he had your best interest at heart and he doesn't. And Emily's like, you know, I tried to look past that. Again, for you saying that I'm a negative person, I really tried to look past all the red flags that I saw of you. And, you know, the way he talks to me and he doesn't respect me, you know, I should have been seen and not diminished. And Claire's like, you know, he's not ready for commitment. And, you know, it's sad that he doesn't realize how amazing you are. And it was just bad. It was just bad. And so,
she fronts him though.
She FaceTimes him because he's gone. He went back to his place.
Getting ready for the decision.
But this was before that. He went,
that's right. He packed his stuff up. He comes back.
Before he went back to his place, so she FaceTimed him and she confronted him about the double date thing. And what was the reason? What was the reason? And my Cardi B was, what was the reason? And he was like, me and Cameron just be playing like that.
We joking, man. We was just joking.
Stop. I want to say something else.
Yeah, as a guy, as a guy, you don't, those situations in this, don't play by double dating. Especially you're having trouble at home with your spouse. Especially if you have issues going on.
I guess he didn't expect it to get back to Claire because Cameron probably gave him the impression that I don't talk to Claire like that. And meantime, whole time, I
don't know you, man.
Claire and Cameron still talk every once in a while and spill the beans.
You don't trust everybody. You keep things close to the chest.
You know, and she's like, why can't you just be honest? You know, it doesn't matter. And he's like, you just gonna roast me on TV. You just gonna roast me on TV. It was your negativity, you know. Sure, just blame me. Is what, you know. Emily's like, just blame me. You want to put all this on me. And you know, I just called you out on your bull crap. And she says, you know, I'm done.
Done.
If that's how you feel, this is what he said. She's like, I'm just done. He said, if that's how you feel after I saved your life.
Yo, he's one of those people. I keep bringing stuff up after I save your life. Like, dog, you do. This is what's funny to me. Like, you do know there was other people there besides just you and her. Like, there was production people there. There was, I believe, there was a camera person.
You didn't save my life.
You
didn't save my life. The helmet saved my life. You got me help in a timely manner.
Yeah, you got me help in a timely manner. He called 911.
She got busted and wiped me. Okay, I put my nurse hat on.
Put the nurse hat on.
You saved my life. The doctor told her if she didn't have the helmet on, she might have died. Which means that branch probably would have went further. I can surmise.
Oh, big one.
She did not have no skull fracture. They didn't say that right.
Right.
How you saved my life? The worst part is, so I had a massive gash in my head, which is bad. It's bad. But you ain't saved my life. That was not.
He applied pressure.
That was not going.
She wasn't gonna bleed out.
Again, it didn't go through her skull. It didn't penetrate to her brain. I'm just saying.
He helped her.
You were very much helpful, but you did not save my life. The Lord. Oh, it was by the grace of God that don't have nothing to do with you. But again, you're throwing this in my face, so I'm supposed to kiss your tail
for the rest of my life
because you saved my life. And she was like, "Not you, bringing. That's manipulative. You're manipulative.
Keep throwing it.
You did not save my life." He was like, "No one else was there. You will keep throwing this in my face." No, I'm not getting ready to do this. And he was like, "I ain't got nothing left to say. I see you on decision day. Cause I'm not gonna let you do that." Bro, oh my gosh.
He called 911. He's figuring it in his mind. Look, me and you was on this ATV, was on this secluded trail, whatever case may be. You hit the tree, boom. I put on my cell phone, I called 911. They came here, they rescued her, and I stayed with you. I saved your life. That's his mind. It doesn't make it right. To me, you don't keep throwing that up in somebody's face.
Absolutely.
If I buy you something and don't take care of why you ain't, that's the sweater I bought.
But you're gonna call me out on what you say is negative. But whole time you manipulating me, gaslighting me, pulling the wool over, making yourself try to look good on camera when you're not.
Nope.
But you have a problem with my negativity, like being manipulative and narcissistic and all of that is much worse.
Much worse.
Than me being negative and saying the word hate more times than you like. Oh my gosh. And so then we see Emily, Claire, Becca, and Chloe get together. And Chloe's like, fill me in on what's going on. And Emily tells her about the double date thing and how he acted at dinner and he didn't respect me. And you want me to be positive, like just shut up.
Shut up.
And Becca's like, our problem with you has been that you're too positive.
Mm-hmm.
You looking at this
from a better light, like girl, I would have cut this off a long time ago.
Becca's like, I'm gonna let it all hang out. He makes you delete diary cam footage if he feel like it doesn't make him look right.
He takes it off.
If it doesn't reflect him in a good manner. Emily shit,
he's delusional.
He keeps throwing in the fact that he saved my life. Becca's like, great. He was like, in that moment, like, okay, he's a good guy in that moment, but that's not him.
Not him.
Then she says, takes it off of just Brennan. These guys are so concerned about the optics. And Emily's like, yeah, everyone thought it would be butterflies and rainbows. Mm-hmm. And we had on rose-colored glasses, but, it just didn't turn out that way. And Becca's like, then she goes off on a tangent. Becca talking about Austin walks past me getting dressed and put my makeup on and he don't try to touch me. He don't say nothing. He don't say you look good and none of that.
That's a problem. That's a problem on his part. But again, you walk about your wife makeup. There's things you learn. Hey, you look nice. You look beautiful. You look good. She wants the affirmation. At this point, if he hasn't learned in 7 weeks that she wants affirmation, it's not about sex. It's about the intimacy. Intimacy doesn't mean sex. Intimacy means, hey, there's some things that I'm working towards. I'm making my spouse feel better about who she is and what she is. And at the moment, maybe he's caught up. I need the context of when this was, because he could be at the point where he's just frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna say anything else to you anymore. I used to do that, but I'm just stopped, because when you can push a guy to the point where you say things so much, he's just like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna take the L. I'm gonna take the L. I'm just gonna take the L because you're doing too much.
Yeah, she was like, I know he's a good person. He's got good intentions, and I'm sure it's just because his process is exhausting. And this is where I was like, when you were like, they were the one couple you had hope for. She was like, I can't wait for this to get easier. So basically what it sounds like she's saying is kind of like AJ and Stephanie. I have an issue with the filming part. And once the cameras go away and I don't have that pressure, then I can be a better person and really focus on us. And she's basically saying, I'm expecting to see something different when the cameras go away. Like, she's still trying to hang in there.
And like I told you, to me, that sounds like, yes, we're going to stay together. Like, to me, that sounds like a yes.
Yeah. And so, so we go back to Emily and Brennan. Like, after that conversation, he comes to the apartment to get his stuff.
Yeah.
And, she's on the couch. And he was like, do you want to talk for a quick second? And she was like, no, not really. I don't want to. And he's like, okay, well, gives her a hug, wish you the best. I'm gone.
Dude, I was like, yo, she's really manning up. Like, no, we're not talking.
So I'm not getting ready to have no conversation with you, because you're going to want to have it go the way you want to go. And I don't want to do that.
You want this conversation to be on camera. See, this read between the lines. Here we go. He wants this conversation to be on camera. See, if you really wanted to make up, and you really wanted to apologize, this is the conversation we have, is not on camera.
Mm-hmm.
This is the conversation that we talk about. Hey, people just know, hey, man, Emily and Brennan back together. Why? What happened? You're going to have to tell us. I don't need the optic on camera, because what you want to do, he's trying to redeem himself on camera from the last behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Think about prior to us seeing him coming to pack up the house, pack up his stuff. The last behavior you saw was her accusing him of cheating. So he needs to create another optic.
Mm-hmm.
Another optic.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I try to work it out. I told y'all I try. And even with now, with her saying no, he'd be like, I try to work it out with her. I try to have communication.
He's so full of crap.
I try to give her, but I'm telling you, it's been from day one, episode 1. It's always been about the optics to him, and he said it, and he's mentioned it. Like, why are you doing it? And it's, again, so he wants to make himself look good on camera, and not knowing or knowingly making himself look bad because of his behavior and the way he's doing things. So.
Yeah, and so Brennan, the last thing is Brennan says, okay, decision day is tomorrow, and he's considering the magnitude of what's going on. Never thought he'd be getting divorced, and I wouldn't have done this with anyone else. And he said, well, that's not true anymore. I'm sad it ended like this. I would have preferred that with the reset. Ain't this some bullcrap? If we had to reset, then we got in a better place. And once we got to decision day, and we both said no, we could still be friends. And he's like, he already know it's about to jump off when we get in this decision day. And that's what he did not want. He didn't want to come to decision day.
That conversation.
He didn't want to come to decision day and her have something bad to say about him there. He tried his best. But Emily was like, she's feeling very uneasy, around seeing him. And she's, like, about what will transpire and what will she say. She's like, I'm going to say what I need to say, even if it hurts me or hurts him. I don't care at this point. I'm leaving with no regrets. I'm leaving with no regrets. She said, but I got a bad feeling about what Brennan is going to come with and what's going to be in store. She's like, I got a bad feeling.
She has her guns out. She's guns are blazing, and she's ready to go.
And I'm not mad at her.
Guns out, ready to go. It's like, whatever. Hey, I would use Artika's thing. Hey, we about to make TV. We about to make some good TV.
They make some good TV.
We about to make some good. They about to make some good TV here, because I just hope they don't drag decision day out. Let's be honest. This decision day shouldn't be a 2-episode, right? This decision day shouldn't be a 2-parter. This decision day should be very cut and dry, because a couple and a half.
They're probably gonna string it out.
I hope they don't string it out. Because the rest of these couples, every one of these couples is a no. Brennan and Emily, no.
Brennan and Emily is a no.
No. Right?
Or whatever else you want to put in front of
Cameron and Claire, they already told us the answer. It's no.
I believe it's definitely it's a no for her. He said it. If she says yes,
he'll say yes.
He gonna say yes. And from the preview, he's like, I shouldn't have did it like that. I should have given you some more time.
They need to let him go first then.
With all his regrets, but anyway.
Orion and Lauren,
they've been done. I don't want to hear it.
I don't even want to see them at decision day.
Please no. Please no.
But they're gonna bring them back because they always bring a couple back, even though they quit on decision day.
I'm tired.
Becca and Austin.
Literally, I'm tired of seeing them.
Becca and Austin, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with them. I say they would make it, but at this point, I'm not 100% sure. It may change.
Our last hope is Chloe and Michael.
But they won't get a decision day with them. They get a decision day. They get their own.
Right, but I'm just saying that's the last hope.
Let's hope it's Chloe and Michael, but they eventually can get their own decision day.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad Married at First Sight decided to give them their process, to give them their 8 weeks, or give them their time. So we'll see Chloe and Michael there. Hey, let us know what you thought, right? Hit the comment, leave a comment in the comment section below, drop a comment in the chat box. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Also, those that are watching, man, join our membership. Our membership is very cheap. It's $1, right? Join the membership so we can have membership. We'll eventually have membership chats, just where those who are members will be able to participate in the chat. You'll be able to get some of our videos a little bit earlier. Membership only lives. So again, hit the membership. Join the membership. Why not? You've been rocking with us for a while anyway. Continue to rock with us by supporting the channel and hitting the membership. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Make sure you check out all our other shows that we review. Other shows that are on this channel. Ready to Love, Love is Blind. Ready to Love, Love is Blind. Ready to Love, Love is Blind.
The shade.
Check out the panel discussions that happen every week. There's no shade here. There's no shade here.
It's all shade.
It's never shade. It's love.
It's all shade.
It's never shade.
Okay.
It's all love. Never shade, all love. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for walking with us. Hit the bell notification, subscribe button, and we'll check you guys a little bit later.
Bye.
Bye.